Ayo. We're gonna start this thing super scuff, no intro or anything. We are now in the waiting room for the Limbus Company Latter 2025 roadmap. I am still getting stuff set up, but I figured I'd start the stream. Let's see. Let's just see here. Let me get my Twitch stuff open. I do need to make sure that the stream's actually audible as well. That's a good point. I guess we could do a test run in the meantime. Let me just get the chat open. I'm gonna pop that out. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Just gonna adjust that a little bit. There's actually no... They don't tend to make a live stream thingy for it until it actually goes live. So I'm gonna have to work around that a little bit here. Let's get the activity feed out as well. Why not? Now with that, we just wanna... I need to somehow test this, so... Gonna check my sound. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, you can hear that. Okay. I guess I'll just put this on in the background. That's fucking loud. Holy shit. How's that for a waiting room theme, huh? Just excuse the other sounds leaking through. I guess I'll just watch the channel with my eyes and with powerful tools. Just want to make sure I get this right. Starts in about 5 minutes. This is what happens when you wake up at like 15 minutes before you have to stream. Wow. Ain't that fun. I guess we need a window capture. Okay. Alright. I just need to adjust this right. Okay. I think we're cooking with that. Alright. Yeah. Right, while we wait for that to go live, I am going to prepare myself some nourishment, because I require it. Okay. When you're in situations like this, gamer sub saves the day. I got my gamer sub breakfast going. The breakfast for gamers. Which of course includes 1 cup of gamer subs, which I'm mixing right now, and a gamer soup. What makes it gamer? I don't know. I'm a sucker for branding, alright? Give me an excuse to buy a box of ramen, and I will do that. I'll absolutely do that. That's what we're working with. Oh, we got it. Okay. I think it's live already.
네, 오늘 할
Oh,
방송은
there he is. Okay.
2025년 하반기 로드맵 설명 방송입니다. 그리고
So, I'll turn it up a little bit.
한국어로 진행되는 점.
Yeah, so live stream will be in Korean. I will be following a translation thread to
니혼고와
try and follow along with us.
있습니다.
While he's doing that though, we have a bingo card. I almost forgot.
라이브 스트림.
Let me get the bingo card out. Wow!
오늘
Oh, right in the middle of the screen. Cool.
13일의 금요일 비도 오고 있습니다. 무사히 방송이 돼야 될 텐데
That's not the usual. Does that count as a different color marker?
빨리
No, it's green. Like, I'm not gonna get like too antsy about that.
네, 그럼 마이크도 괜찮다고 하시는 것 같으니까 시작을 해보겠습니다.
So I'm just gonna put this bingo card over here.
맨 처음마다 알려드렸던 요
Obviously, I'm gonna
MAU와
have it open elsewhere. Huh? What's this?
데일리.
Monthly, daily.
과연 이번에는 네, 마음이 무겁습니다.
I don't know what this means. I should probably get a thingy up, huh?
이번에는 네, 요래되었습니다. 이게 참 마음이
Oh, is this about user power or something? Like,
이게 MAU
oh, it's monthly average users and daily average users. Okay, I get it.
많은 분들이 이제
So he's talking about some statistics first. That's fine. It gives me some time to like
바쁩니다만
do some final touch-ups.
이게 그만큼의 기대를 충족을 시켜 드리는 거가 참
Thank you very much.
저도 그렇고
Thank you very much.
네,
Thank you very much, Kim Ti-hun.
어렵게 생각을 하고 있지만 그러면서도 네,
Been trying to
나중에
work on my
후반부에
Korean
좀 더
pronunciation.
방향성을 말할 때
I don't know how good I am though yet.
얘기를 하겠지만
No point in
좀 더
reference.
그래도 늘 해왔던 대로 템포에 맞게 네, 하고 싶은 이야기를
Alright, let me get the
원하는
translation
방향으로
up.
잘 전달할 수 있도록 노력을 할게요. DAU 같은 경우는 이제 요거가 네, 최신이고 이때 피크가 한 55만이겠죠? 네, 55만. 1000만.
It is Friday the 13th today. I didn't actually make that observation. Wow.
그래서 많은 분들이 사랑해 주셔서 일단
You know, maybe instead of having it on my laptop, I'll open it on my actual thingy here.
감사합니다. 아리가또 고자이마스.
Preferably not on the thingy I am
그러면은
streaming on.
다음 아니죠. 이번 시즌의 새로운 거울 던전. 네. 간략하게 소개드리고 본격적인 내용은
Give me a second. There we go.
새로운 거울 던전이 나오기 전에
No,
한 번 더
stop that.
방송으로 실제
There we go.
플레이를 하면서 전달.
Sorry, I'm just making a different window so I can make
간략하게
this
네,
over
리뷰만
here.
프리뷰만 하는 걸로 하겠습니다.
Season 6, Mirror of
우선은
Immortality.
이번
Okay.
거울 던전.
I've completely missed some of the
거울,
first stuff he's mentioned here.
미러 오브 이모탈리티는 7인 편성 연속 전투가 기본입니다.
7.
그래서
Is this for the Mirror Dungeon by any chance?
7인 편성
No, not the Mirror Dungeon. The oh wait, no, yeah, that is the Mirror. That's the Mirror of Immortality.
기본으로 네, 재밌게 되면 좋겠다는 마음으로 한번 가보겠습니다. 대략적인 느낌은 네, 요런 UI의 레이어 느낌을 가져갈 거고요.
Okay.
컨텐츠 내용은 개발 상황에 따라서
Very fancy, very thematic for the season. I like it.
변경될 수 있는 점은 네, 알아주시면 감사드리겠습니다.
But yeah, content is
그 저번 거울 던전 때
rest bonus removed, cumulative starlight bonuses instead.
삭제하고 레스트 보너스 리무브.
Okay, so we're reverting to the old scheme.
누적되는 거를 별빛 보너스라고 하는 것이 새로 이제 추가될 겁니다. 보너스.
Because I saw how the The rest bonus was probably quite annoying for new players
단순히 이제 그냥
who
이동
didn't have a lot of
방식에서
IDs to cycle.
별빛으로 바뀐 게 아니냐라고 할 수 있는데 요거는 좀 더 설명을 드리면은 요 별빛 보너스는 누적이 됩니다. 누적. accumulated. 네, 누적이 되고
What can I do with accumulated starlight? Select starlight bonuses, select ego gift upon run start, search and select theme packs, shop refresh, raise ego gift fusion chances.
시작 보너스 선택할 수 있고 그리고 이제
So this sounds like the more you play Mirror Dungeon, the stronger you get, which is basically what we were doing before.
원하는 기프트를 가져갈 수 있게끔.
But I think they're doing it differently. So before with Starlight, what would happen is that is a resource you saved up and you use that to like spend the Starlight on skill trees. That was like the very early like Mirror Dungeons. So I think what this means, I'm not using the translation, I'm extrapolating from the evidence in front of me. This means that we build Starlight as we play Mirror Dungeon, and the higher the Starlight is, the more bonuses we unlock. So rather than a skill tree, it's kind of like a level up system.
별빛을 모아가지고 그런 거를 원하는 테마팩을 서치할 수 있도록. 그 다음에 상점을 새로 구침할 때도 누적된 별빛으로 할 수 있게끔 할 거고. 그 다음에
I think that's what it is anyway.
확률을 높이는 것도.
Anyway, that's an easy tick off our bingo. I need to actually like start doing that. So I'll do that.
최대치 확률인데 이거가 99.99999도 될 수 있겠죠. 네. 네, 그 다음에
I don't think this will update real time, but
대화 시스템.
it might do.
인격 대화 시스템은 미리 정해진 인격과 에고 프리셋 조합을 제공해서 미리 정해진 파티로.
What should I use? I'll use my trademark blue.
미리 정해진 파티로 제한된 기간 동안 제공되는 걸로 거울 던전을 도는 거고. 잠시. 네, 죄송합니다, 여러분. 요거.
Oh, it does update. That's cool. Okay, we got one off the bingo.
요거는 안 됩니다. 네.
He's talking about the shop refresh. Hold on.
요거 안 돼요. 요거 뺐습니다. 네. 요거 안 돼요.
Let's see. You can.
네.
So you can choose ego gifts at tier 3 at the start. You can also search for theme packs if you want. There's reduced situations where you get theme packs you don't want. When you refresh the shop, you can use Starlight as well, increasing the chance of ego gift fusions. Right now, the max is 99.99, but you could raise it higher. Wow, okay. That's really good, actually. You can actually, because the max you can get until now was like 90% for your fusion, so there's still a small chance you wouldn't get something that you wanted. So you can now basically guarantee it. There's a way to do that, at least. But it sounds like I was wrong about the level up progression. It sounds, rather than it being just a meter that goes up and up, it still sounds like a resource that you can spend here and there. It's interesting that they're going back to the Starlight, though. But I guess it's a good chance to kind of revisit that system rather than leave it behind completely.
Refresh is same. 동일한 버전입니다. 리프레시 자체는.
Oh yeah, and the rental ID system, that is pretty cool, actually.
네. 그렇고
Oh, the Starlight shop refresh isn't happening. They made a mistake there. Okay. That's fine. I wouldn't use Starlight to refresh shops anyway. That seems a bit... I never use that function. It never seemed worth it. Yeah, so now if you don't have IDs, you can run like a rental group, which is incredibly great for new players. I see a lot of friends like getting it more into Limbus nowadays, so this definitely like helps them like do one of the more important like cycling parts of the game, which is the mirror dungeon, without feeling too fatigued by it. Because I presume you'll be able to get different rental teams every week or something.
아니면 거울 찰 때마다 팩이 추가됐잖아요.
Let's slowly expand the gift pool by adding a new universal or exclusive ego gifts with each intervallo, pocket, and Refraction Railways. That makes sense. With Refraction Railways, that's interesting. I don't think they've ever done that before. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out.
전용으로도 한두 개 빼놔가지고 팩이 추가될 때마다 기프트 풀 자체가 좀 늘어나는 느낌을 확실히
Try up to 10. Okay.
그리고 네, 요 말이죠. 지금까지는 팩 업데이트 때 해당 팩에서만 나오는 기프트만 추가됐지만
So I'm gonna tuck into some ramen.
네, 전체 기프트 풀이 늘어난다는 느낌이 덜했어가지고 당시에 생각하고 여기에 있는 친구들은 새로운 게 아닙니다. Not new. 원래 있던 거고 그냥 이미지를 뭐라도 허전하니까 넣기 위해서 한 거라서 혹시나 오해하실까봐.
I mean, all the ego gifts on the screen aren't new. Those are existing ones. So I don't know. I figured they used like silhouettes of like preview new ones, but I guess not.
팩 업데이트 할 때마다 공용 기프트를 점차 늘려가며 기프트 풀을 늘려갈 겁니다. 대략적으로는 이렇고. 네.
The next live stream will occur sometime around the new mirror dungeon. Okay, that's good to know.
누적되는
Thank you very much.
별빛 보너스, 스타라이트 보너스가 있고 이제 그거는
Oh, ego gifts are only available in their theme packs. That makes sense. I never actually noticed that because I kind of brute forced fused everything anyway. It's good to know that you can actually.
플레이어분의 판단이고 누적된 스타라이트를 써서 쾌적하게 거울 던전을
Oh, he actually does mention they're not new gifts that were shown.
선택할 수 있게끔
Thank you, Kim.
할 겁니다.
Trying to.
네, 잘 전달이 되었을지 한 번 더 제가 생각을 해볼게요. 빠진 게 없는지.
Okay.
네, 빠진 거는 없는 것 같아요. 네. 그 다음에는
I'm definitely gonna miss the rest bonus stuff.
많은 분들이
Oh, Walpurgisnacht. This is a big one. So my prediction is information team focus. That's my prediction right now. We're going to the information team. We've literally got the captains for every other team. I've seen a lot of people saying we're going to the middle layer. I don't think we are. We're not done in the upper layer.
거울 던전이 되고 나서 이 발프르기스의 밤이 올 건데. 맞죠? 네, 맞죠.
As for who it is for the Walpurgis, I have no idea. My picks were actually Ishmael and Merso, or Maso, but they just got new IDs, or Maso is about to. Hatred. No!
전부 다 알려드리기보다는 이제 발프르기스의 밤에서 나올.
That is middle layer. Crap. Oh my god. Okay, I was completely wrong. What about Info Team? What happened to them? Oh my god, we're actually getting... I mean, I say no, but this is actually kind of hype. We're getting... Is that Love and Hate, Don Don? You guys weren't ready for this. Actually, who am I kidding? You were totally ready for this. You can't just show that and then segue to HamHamPangPang. So that completely killed like some of my stuff. That's depressing. So saying everything. Oh, there'll be 2 IDs and 1 ego and 1 announcer. So we're getting the mirror dungeon before Walpurgis, which is interesting. I don't get to tick anything. I thought we were gonna get double Walpurgisnights. I mean, we might still, but no info team IDs, no sing machine ego probably, no all round help because hatred and despair. Oh, hold on. I'll talk about it after this. We seem to got a thing coming up. Oh, it's the HamHamPangPang thing.
내게는 고통밖에 없습니다. 그것 말고는 아무것도 바라지 않습니다. 고통은 내게 충실했고 지금도 변함이 없습니다.
Ruina spoilers, by the way. Yeah, if you haven't played Ruina, this is big Ruina spoilers. He did mention that though, so. But yeah, we really did skip over the info team, huh? I thought there was a big brain play going, but they really just skipped it. So it looks like we are going to the middle layer. And we're getting Love and Hate Don Don. And I presume the other ID is going to be Night of Despair. Because it says Love and Hatred. But it also had the colours of... It had the colours of Magical Girl and Night of Despair. So that's what I'm presuming. Unless it just focuses on Magical Girl. Like Queen of Hatred. Which it could do.
그리고 이제 요 테마에 대한
I should have put HamHamPangPang
메뉴와 공지사항은 오늘 방송이 끝나고 올라갈 겁니다.
Kind of
그리고
short-sighted of me,
6월
actually.
24일부터 10월 5일까지 진행될 예정이고요. 자세한 사항은 공지를 드리겠지만 간략하게 이제 굵직한 굿즈를 소개드리자면은 요 검은 침묵의 장갑, 좀 고급적인 소재 하나가 있고, 그 다음에 여기에 검은 침묵의 장갑을, 이게 고급적이면은 평소에 좀 쓰기가 힘들잖아요. 그래서 그
Oh, that's cool.
니트릴 장갑,
Yo,
좀 약간 고무 재질 같은 거 있잖아요. 딱 달라붙는
the
스팟
Agalia
재질.
Bluetooth earbuds goes hard.
그 묶음을 요 검은 침묵 장갑에
That's
디자인을
sick.
해가지고
And patches? Oh, dude.
선물
Or
준비했다고
patchwork.
하네요. 네. 그 다음에 두 번째로는 아르갈리아
The science gloves are also cool, but they probably wouldn't fit my giant Yowie hands.
협력해가지고 나오는
Especially since they're safe there for Angelica.
패키지가 있어요. 그래서 이렇게
But I would love to get those
테마로
earbuds.
프린팅이 되고 또 여기에
Obviously, it's going to be exclusive to the
이쁘게 옷을 입힐 수
cafe,
또
so
여기에도 이게 포인트가 들어가 있습니다.
I don't really know if that's going to be viable, but
그래서 이게 하나만 끼고 다니면은 아르갈리아 님을 좀 살짝은 낼 수 있다.
one day I'll make it to the cafe.
그리고 이제
I'll make it to
HamHamPang에서
HamHamPangPang.
제가 좀 적극적으로 밀고 있는 거가 요 패치인데, 요 패치가 되게 딱 뗐다 붙였다는 거잖아요. 그래서 패치를 특정 기간마다 많이 모을 수 많이 모으는 게 아니고 특정 기간마다 이제 수집하는 재미를 주고, 또 그 패치를 많이 붙일 수 있는 수단들을 많이 만들 거예요. 지금은 이제 후드에밖에 없는데 나중에는 가방 같은 거를 낸다면은 그 가방에 패치를 붙일 수 있고, 근데 이제 그런 패치들을 또 모으는 콜렉팅 북이 좀 필요하지 않을까 싶어가지고 요 패치를 붙일 수 있는 좀 두터운 패치북, 그 다음에 또 포토카드들을 모은 수 있게 하는 포토북, 이렇게.
Oh, I didn't realize the glove set comes with a set of like high quality gloves, and then it comes with a box of like disposable gloves.
요거는 이제 막간.
So you don't have to just wear the like actual like really nice ones. You can just wear like the cheap knockoff ones for like everyday stuff. Time killing time. Pokyak. That's right. That's on my bingo card.
이때는
With a Hubert announcer, one ID and one ego. Very nice.
이제 인격 하나, 에고 하나가 예정이 되어 있습니다.
So that's on the bingo. Let's cross that off.
약간의 비하인드로는 원래 휴버트가
Nice.
제가 허버트를 의도했는데
I did kind of figure we'd get him as an announcer because I don't really know who else from that event we would have.
들어갔습니다. 좀 이게 모티브적으로 보면 좀 중요할 수는 있는데 제가 허버트를 의도했는데 이게 좀 네, 아무튼
ID and Ego are interesting.
약간의 네.
I wonder if we'll get another roly-poly,
그 다음
another clockwork roly-poly Ego.
하이라이트 인격 이번 시즌
Season highlight identity. This is probably going to be
네.
yeah. Currently in the designing phase.
그 저번 시즌에 라만트랜드 실장 동작
Identity may make flexible use of deployed and backup Heishao pack units. Okay, so it's going to be Heishao synergy.
키웨만 알려드리고
It's going to suck if you don't have the Heishao pack units.
컨셉만 알려드릴게요. 이제
Well, it might not. Who knows?
흑수가 좀 더 출시가 될 수 있는데 그 지금까지 출시된 흑수들과 적극적으로 상호작용하면서 이용하는
I specifically have the banner in my
기획에
bingo
있습니다.
though.
네.
We need the banner to appear in the roadmap for that bingo.
그 다음에 8.5-1장
8.51 working
과제.
title. Hyrox Maker? Oh shit!
템퍼러리 타이틀 프린세스 메이커
I mean that's awful wordplay, but oh my god.
시춘이
So at the end of
가주가 되어서
Canto 8,
가주로
I was making Princess Maker jokes. I was just like, oh shit, we're gonna put Zeichin through the Princess Maker regime.
네.
I love
거기에서,
Princess Maker games, by the way. I mean, I love management games, so obviously I really like those types of games as
성장해
well.
나가는 그런 게 있는데 일단은 왜 가제를 했냐 그리고 왜 키 비주얼도 없냐 했을 때 전에는 이제
Okay.
키가 로드맵에서
Okay, that's
이미지가
fine.
없으면 허전하니까
I'm gonna count
키
that as the
비주얼을
Canto 8 epilogue
정해진
event.
컨셉에
That sounds
맞춰서
about right.
빠르게 냈는데
Because we're still in H Corp for that, presumably. We're still hanging around and we're
나중에 바꾸고
helping
싶어도 바꿀 수가
Zeichin,
없게 되더라고요. 그래서
I believe.
가제만
So
공개해가지고
I'm gonna count that as an epilogue event.
안전막을 펼쳤습니다. 네. 이때는 이제 시춘
I also figure
콤비
Hachai is gonna.
나올
Oh
이제
Oh,
웨이브
fucking go!
격이 하나 네 나올 예정이고 누가 받을지 모르겠지만
yeah! I should have put Zeichin announcer on this. Fuck. I always wanted a Zeichin announcer. I was disappointed we didn't get one in the season pass.
이 가주의 자리에 걸맞게 이 가시춘을 수감자들이 교육시키는 이야기가 러프하게 될 겁니다.
I like the footnote. Sinclair's gonna be taking the classes too.
성장
Why?
싱클레어도 같이 수업을 들으면서
I mean, I guess not to become a hierarch. I guess
재미있게 이야기를 나갈
I guess Sinclair's just taking the classes because he's still a kid.
트윗 데니 싱클레어모 네 같이 will be taking the class 2 그리고 나서는 네 기다리고 있는 것이 무엇인가 하면은
Thank you for teaching our baby boy how to walk.
굵직한 업데이트는 없어도 2주마다 인격이나 에고가 하나 이상은 이제 업데이트가
Sinclair's gonna
있다는
get
걸
swole
알아주시고
after this.
지금은 굵직한 것만 알려드리는 겁니다. 그 다음 굵직한 거는 네 이제 아크나이트 명일방주와의 콜라보가 그 업데이트가 될 예정입니다. 지금 네
I'm a little sad they're not showing like key visuals and stuff like they used to, but
알려드렸던 것처럼
I guess they want to give their artists more time.
에고 4종이 나오는데 이건 완전 한정이라는 점. 이게 그 협업 콜라보레이션이다 보니까 이 부분
Oh, this is Arknight stuff. Okay.
없는 점은
Yeah, so this has no IDs. This is just egos, and it's a true limited banner. Yeah,
그래도 이제 이
this is
부분은
stuff we've
또,
heard before.
조심스러울 수 있는 부분이니까 자세한 상황은 이
Okay.
콜라보가 시작하기
So
전에 정식으로 공지로 한 번 더
we're
알려드릴게요.
basically not getting any.
콜라보
We're not getting any new news for that.
네. will be officially shared before the collaboration event begins.
Thank you. That's immaculate
이렇게
English.
명일방주 콜라보가 끝나고 나서 그 다음에는
Thank you, sir.
6.5-2 워프 특급
Oh, we got the Warp Express
네,
as well.
나오기
We got the rerun for that. Let's go.
이때 나올 것은 이제 아나운서는
The
어플차
double
안에서
rerun.
나오는 이 방송 안내 아나운서는 꼭 넣고 싶어가지고 요거만큼은 들어간다. 그리고 이제 인격하고 에고 합쳐서 두 개가 나올 텐데 인격 하나 에고 하나일지 인격 두 개일지.
So we got
에고 두
two
개일지
IDs and an ego. Undecided it would be one ID plus one ego, two IDs or two ego.
아직까지는 변동 가능성이 있어가지고 확실히는 말 못 드리다 보니 이렇게만.
Well, if it's one ID, I know for a fact we're probably gonna get a Cassette ID, like Prince of La Mancha Land.
밀리 콘서트.
That is like 100% happening for that
콘서트
rerun.
이름은
I would put my money on Sinclair being the Prince of La Mancha Land, but
밀리.
I guess it could also be Heathcliff, maybe.
낭만적인 이름입니다. 네,
네.
자세한 그
Well, that makes sense.
일정은 이제 대관 일정이 잡혀가지고 알려드리자면
Sinclair makes the most sense.
11월 8일 토요일 5시 오후 5시에 공연이 예정되어 있고 70분 나나주분 70 미니트 콘서트가 될
I
예정이고
wish I could go to this.
이제 세종대학교 대양홀에서 열릴 예정이에요. 이제 수용 인원은
Like a Mili concert, just sounds lit.
2,000명으로 예상하고 있고 여기보다 큰 곳을 대관하기에는 이제 시간적인 문제나 여러 가지 그런 게 적합하냐 안 적합하냐 등등 따지다 보니까 그래서 최대한 수용 인원을 많이 가져갈 수 있는 곳에서 해놨고 이제 동시에 온라인 동시 송출도 예정이어서 온라인 티켓을 구매한 다음에 감상할 수 있게끔 이렇게 될 거예요. 네, 이 부분도 어떻게 예매가 될지 언제 예매가 될지 또 등등
Excuse my
자세한 사항은
unsavory
추후
noises.
공지로 알려드리겠습니다.
I'm always like really
그리고
I'm really sickly in the mornings.
콘서트가
This is why I don't
열리기
stream right after I wake up. But
한 10월 말경에 이제 자연
함함팡팡.
끝나고 나서
Mili theme.
밀리 테마를 약 두
어.
달간 진행할 예정이에요. HamHamPangPang에서 이제 이때는 콘서트 관련된 굿즈적인 거
That sounds
말고
awesome.
이제 밀리와 관련된 굿즈를 이제 밀리와 협업해서 전개해 나갈 것 같아요. 그래서 밀리의 곡에서 영감을 받은 식음료라거나 이제 HamHamPangPang 프로젝트문과 밀리 콜라보 굿즈, 밀리 콘서트 굿즈 이런 것들이 판매될 예정이고 이것도 자세한 사항을 알려드릴 거고 추가로 이제 요 한국에서
Let's go
열리는
get Korean sandwich together.
이 콘서트 말고도 이제 나중에
Hell yeah, Moth.
일본,
I'm up
재팬에서
for that. Let's
일본에서
do it.
열리는 거가 이제 몇 개월 뒤에 있을 텐데 이 부분은
I want
이제
the sandwiches.
밀리 측에서 정식으로 한 번 더 정해지면은 안내가 될 예정입니다. 네.
Me, you. Let's meet up later.
이거는
We'll plan it.
그 추후 이제
It's a date.
밀리에서 공지해 주시는 거를 기다려 주시면은 감사하겠습니다. 그다음 이 콘서트 이전에 이 밀리 테마 할 때는 1차 입고 굿즈가 있을 예정이고 이때 그 콜라보 굿즈도 있지만은 실용성 있는 식기류를 좀 해보려고 생각하고 있습니다. 네, 확정은 아니라는 거.
Yeah, because it's like evening in Korea. We gotta go now.
논의를 통해서 언제든지 조정이 될 수 있어가지고 대략적으로
We can't go right now, though. There's gonna be Ruina spoilers.
네, 콘서트 이후에는
You still need to finish Ruina.
용 굿즈를 판매했었던 것들을 햄팡에서도 또 이어서 판매를 할 거고 다양한 이제 캐릭터 콜라보한 것들을 해보려고
Mic drop.
마음은 가득하다. 네. 목표는 그렇다. 네. 그 다음에 이 콘서트
Double
다음에
Walpurgis, let's go!
발프르기스의 밤이 한 번 더 올 예정이고 이때 라이브러리 오브 루이나의 손님 테마가 진행될 예정이에요. 네.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get bingo here because all-round helper ego is not happening.
이게 순서가 되니까 그러면서 이쯤에 무엇이냐?
It
이쯤에
could
프로젝트
happen.
문의 9주년이 기다리고
They're
있습니다.
not gonna show in the stream though.
아 잠시.
Project Moon. Oh, the Project Moon anniversary. That's cool. I wonder what I'm gonna do for that.
아, 네, 좀 급한 건이 있어가지고 잠깐 답장했습니다. 네, 프로젝트문 9주년 때는 앞에서 워낙에 또 좀 다양한 것들을 말씀을 드렸다 보니까 네, 아마도 좀 이렇다 할 만하게 큰 소식은 없을 것 같아요. 이제 미리 좀 이 부분은 네, 진짜 그냥 하는 말이 아니고 이 앞에서 너무 많은 힘을 쏟다 보니 뭔가 네,
Thanks.
있을 것 같아요.
Is that Project Moon 9th anniversary? Nothing too big.
예, 콜라보도 있고 하다 보니까
It'll be 130 if we leave now.
그냥 소소하게. 네.
Yeah, you do that.
그래서 이런 프로젝트 문의 9주년이
I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
서울 굴절철도 1호선의 복각이
What?
예정되어 있습니다.
Hold on. Okay.
1호선 내용 그대로 적이 나올 텐데
Convert. Yes, go. They're actually adding the first Refraction Railway as permanent content. Let's go. Oh. Me and lots of other people have been asking them to do this. To just make the old Refraction Railways permanent. So people can get a taste of pain. I mean, honestly, by today's standards, maybe it won't be too bad, but maybe it will be as bad as it was. I remember experiencing pain on that line. Not as much as Mobius. Madness was not as bad as Mobius. The unsevering. Release target window mid-December. Okay. They're giving themselves plenty of time. They give themselves half a year for this. We have a time frame for Canto 9. I love it.
이제 올해 안에 그래도 메인 스토리를 2개는 내야 되지 않나라는 생각.
We're skipping Refraction. Oh, okay.
6호선하고 이 8.5-1을 스킵을 하고 메인 스토리 9장을.
So, no Intervallo. The Arknights collab is basically an Intervallo, so that doesn't really count. No Refraction Railway. That's crazy. No I can't tick that off. No Refraction. I mean, does that count? Okay, does that count as new Refraction Railway info? That we're not getting a Refraction Railway? No, you know, it counts because we're getting the rerun. That does count. I'm trying to get wherever I can on this bingo card, alright?
레벨만 그때 그 시절 수치로 할지 말지 고민이다. 정해진 건 아닙니다. 네. 그럼 다시 돌아오면은
Yeah, I guess instead that's kind of sad though. We're not getting like a Refraction Railway for this season.
네, 이제 만약에
okay.
혹시라도 정말로
excuse me.
정말로 했는데 12월 안에
if they can't release 9 this year, they will release Intervallo 2 and Refraction Railway. Okay.
추가하거나 거굴철을 추가하면서
That would be unfortunate, but also
그 사이를
fortunate.
메꾸도록 하겠습니다. 네.
I just hope it doesn't become a case of people. If that does happen, I hope people don't hate those events because
네.
because of other things.
연기 공지를 많이
It's
써왔다.
really interesting to bridge it between the two, though.
네. 목표치라고.
I wonder if the Arknights is going to be the bridge then, because like that would mean the next Intervallo is going to be in H Corp still. So that means between that and the next Canto, we have to somehow get to the new location.
굵직한 이벤트들에 이어서 언제 된다고 말씀드릴 수는 없겠지만은 지속적으로
Continued quality of life improvements. Any examples?
해보려고 하는 부분들 다시 한번 이제 알려드리자면은 첫 번째
Loadout UI improvements, enemy gimmick intuitiveness improvements, difficulty adjustment continue function.
네, 그 다음에 기믹의 직관성 개선. 요것은 이번에 뇌
The middle one is very much needed because I find that a lot of people
개선이 필요하다 느꼈고, 네, 회사 내부에서
a lot of people don't get the gimmicks of a lot of bosses.
그리고 나서 이제 이어지는 문제로는
And you know, it is a bit of a skill issue.
어떻게 할 거냐 요거가 딜레마였고,
I think the whole thing about it is that you're meant to read the mechanics and kind of piece a picture together for yourself. But at the same time, you are in like a combat.
네, 일단 편성창은
Like you're in the middle of combat and you're making choices and stuff, so it's a lot to ask for your like average player.
들의 그 인터페이스를 베이스로 좀 가보려고 했어요. 뭐 당연히 이거는 이 개발 상황에 따라 바뀔 수 있다는 점은 알아주시면 좋겠고.
So this is the ID selection improvement, I
왜
think.
카드 게임의 베이스로 인터페이스를 개선하려고 하냐면은 저는 이 인격과 에고를 카드 게임의 한 카드들 그리고 요 파티를 한 덱을 구성한다는 관점으로 좀 보고 있다 보니까 그 다양한 카드들이 많이 추가되는 그런 카드 게임들의 UI적 문법을 좀 참고하면은
I have no idea what you're saying. Hold on.
라는 거가 고민의 이제 좀 방향성이었어요. 네.
ID selection UI has motive from card games, which may change in development, but this was chosen because they see IDs as cards, which we've always known that.
업데이트 됐을 때 또 이것만의 불편함이 있다면은 또 점점 개선해 나갈 거고, 근데 그게 네.
It's kind of taking inspiration from Ruina, where like you have cards and the IDs you choose are like a deck of cards.
오미즈.
Mark enemy gimmick passives with about 3 tiers of reading priorities available from the enemy detailed info window.
요 기믹의 직관성을
Okay, so this basically helps indicate what the central mechanic for a boss is, so the thing you have to pay attention to the most.
이런 패시브
That's good.
상태로 나오잖아요. 근데 이러다 보니까 뭐부터 읽어야 될지 모르겠고, 근데 또 기획 쪽에서는 이제 보스의 기믹을 다양하게 하고 싶은데
I don't know to what depths that would go, but like
그러다 보니까 그래도 이제 그 수능 기출 문제 출제자의 의도처럼 이 기믹은
yeah, I'm gonna guess the way this works is that it'll show what the central gimmick of the boss is. So like,
쭉볼 때 요 기믹
say if it like generates a resource that it uses, maybe it'll mention it in that.
생각하고 있어요.
Like think of the clam and the green goo.
그리고
It probably mentioned that like front and foremost,
요 기믹의 직관성
which would help you identify that. Hey,
있지만은 우리가 이제 합을 할 때 요
mark enemy skills with about 3 tiers of priorities for
맷지,
giving solving
맞지,
purposes. Clash
하고
priority.
클래시. 요것도 어떤 스킬을 먼저 이게
Oh, is it actually gonna tell you like
스킬을
what the important abilities to Clash are? That's also nice.
뇌가 정지돼.
Because before you kind of had to intuit like which skill was the one you had to watch out for
높아요, 아니면은
based on its effects and its power.
중요도가 낮아요 같은 거를 우선 순위를
Now I know a lot of people,
표시를 해보려고 합니다.
a lot of the elitists are gonna look at this and they're like, wow, skill issue. I can't believe they're making this game for babies. Listen, okay. Limbus is a gacha game, first and foremost. We're no longer in the days of the Bombing Corporation and Library of Ruina, where we can comfortably enjoy a niche difficulty. You have those games for that. The idea of Limbus Company is you want as many people playing this game as possible. That's what they want. So we're making it accessible to more people. That's a good thing.
그래도 좀 최대한 게임적 허용이 있다 하더라도 챙기고 싶다 보니까 좀 어렵게.
And I find it so hard to believe that changes like this could sap all your enjoyment from the game.
정도는 의도였거든요. 그런데 이제 또 요거가
Adding continue function, consume lunacy to immediately revive your allies at the same point in the battle. Oh, they're adding this kind of function, okay.
광기를 무료 광기
Not bad.
이용하고
Okay.
포함해가지고
So this is kind of like the mechanic in FGO, Fate Grand Order. You can spend a quartz to like revive your entire
원의
team.
광기, 네, 이거 다 포함해가지고
Free money!
바로 부활시켜서
I'm guessing he's saying that you can
추가하듯이
use free lunacy for this. It doesn't have to be paid.
그 컨티뉴를 해가면서 대신에 뭐 광기 자체가 1차 비용 때보다 2차 컨티뉴 때 좀 비싸질 수는 있겠죠. 그러면서 계속 네
Let's have a look.
에고 자원 이런 것도 유지되고 컨티뉴 기능을 추가할 거고 대신에 이제 컨티뉴로 깨면은 EX 클리어로는 취급을 안 해서 그 도전
You don't get the EX cliff if you continue. That makes sense.
뭐냐
You can always come back later when you're stronger or have better game knowledge to do that.
보장해주는 업적으로 해주려고 해요. 아까 말씀드렸던 것처럼 난이도 하나로 적의 강함과 설정을 담고 싶어서
I like this. You're giving people more ways to
만약에
like
근데 이제
make
컨티뉴 기능이
up
추가된다
for
하더라도 진짜
not being able to do the stage.
제가 잘못 판단하고 또 휴먼 에러나 뭐 기획 미스로 너프나
So they can actually,
해야만
because a lot of people are in this game for the story.
해당 스테이지를 너프했을 때 딱 미래가
But
그려집니다. 그려지는
contrary to what I said
미래가
before, difficulty has always been like a part of
여기에
Project
컨티뉴의
Moon's like games.
광기를 소모했는데
So to get rid of that completely would be like counterintuitive to what they're trying to do.
이걸
So this
미리
is a compromise.
예상해서
For people that are
만약에
story
해당
focused, you
스테이지가
can spend
너프가
lunacy
구성되면은
to give
그
yourself padding.
스테이지에서 소모했던
It'll
컨티뉴로
kind of
소모했던
depend
광기를
how much
미리
lunacy it costs,
마련해가지고,
because obviously
그런
lunacy is a
것처럼
very valuable resource for a lot of people.
네,
So if it's like a
그다음에,
big hit, you don't want to be abusing it all the
여기까지가
time.
여러 개선 사항 중에서 굵직하게 컨텐츠적으로 생각하고 있는 내용이고요. 그다음 연구 중인 내용 리서치 인 프로그레스 컨텐트
Research in progress content. What does that mean?
전에도 말씀드렸던 기존 인격을
Oh,
시스템,
this is
아이덴티티 스킨 시스템
the skin
이거는
system. I completely forgot about
계속
this.
연구 중에 있습니다. 이게
They like mentioned this like a while ago and then never touched upon it again.
정의 가는 인격의 그 보이스나 스탠딩
I figured this was going to take a while though because it seems kind of complicated.
하고 싶어서 그렇거든요. 이제 인격 자체는 필연적으로 좋은 인격.
But yeah, basically
강한
this
인격,
you paste the animations, voice lines.
이과 해결사,
You paste the animation, voice lines, and sprite of one ID over another, like completely.
플레이어의,
I imagined this would be quite difficult because some IDs
보스는 상황을 막고자 요
have animations tailored to the amount of coins they have in their skills.
하고 싶었는데 이게 좀
So it feels kind of tricky to kind of.
오래 걸리고 있어요. 왜냐하면 이게
It feels
번역적으로
tricky to adapt that to other IDs which have like fewer or more coins for their abilities.
규칙을 가지고
Like for instance, the first one I can think of is Diichi Rodion. Diichi Rodio, right? Her last ability is, you know, an actual combo. Like she punches them, she grabs them, and then she slams them into the ground. What if you use that with fewer coins? Would you just slam them into the ground? I guess it would be kind of like if you won the clash, but you had like a few broken coins in it.
Reduce game
Ooh, data optimization. I count this as neat quality of life changes, so we're gonna fill that in.
림버스 컴퍼니 용량이 많은 이유 이 부분이 무엇 때문에 많을지
Voice files. Oh, okay.
프로그래머 팀장 분하고 한 번 더 이야기를 해봤어요. 네, 이거는 그 보이스 스토리의 보이스도 있지만은 근본적으로 림버스 컴퍼니가 전투에 쓰이는 리소스가 이제 2D 스프라이트를 계속 연속으로 바꿔가면서 출력시키면서 애니메이션을 구현하고 그것만의 또 그 아날로그틱한 장점과 매력이 있다 보니까 그 스프라이트 수만큼의 이미지가 필요하게 돼요. 그렇다 보니까 다른 이제 스파인 기반 2D 게임이나 아니면 3D 애니메이팅 게임에 비해서 이 컨텐츠나
I think the optimization will help a lot with people that play on mobile.
비효율적으로 많아지게 됩니다.
I think that's mostly what this is based towards. Because I've never had any problems with playing this on PC. But maybe people low-end PCs will be rejoicing over this as well.
목이 타는군요.
I know people with bad internet connections are going to be rejoicing over this.
그래서 이 2D 스프라이트를 이제 하나하나 출력해가면서 하는 방식 자체를 바뀌진 않을 것 같아가지고 이 방식에서 그래도 최대한 용량을 줄일 수 있는 방법은 무엇일지 최적화를 어떻게 할 수 있을지 자체는 지속적으로 모색 중에 있습니다. 근데 이제 필연적으로 용량을 많이 먹을 수밖에 없는 게임이라는 점을 좀 알려드려야 될 것 같아가지고 그 다음에 이 거울 굴절 철도보다 좀 효과적이고 가성비 좋은 전기 콘텐츠가 무엇이 있을까라는 고민도 계속하고 있습니다. 그래서
Okay, regularly available. So basically, this is the ideas one. This is like the ideas that they're looking into. Regularly available content, something more effective and cost efficient than Refraction Railway. That would be nice, because at the moment we only have Luxcavation and Mirror Dungeon. And Mirror Dungeon is really arduous, and Luxcavation is literally just daily grind quests. It would be nice to have something else. I don't know what that thing would be, but I would be very curious to see what they come up with.
그런 것들을 좀 수집할 수 있는 동기를 부여하면서 그런 좀 하드 콘텐츠를 낼 수 있는 게 좀 있으면 좋지 않을까라는 것에서 고민인데 이게 또 너무 막 그 콜렉팅 다 해야지만 막 성능이 엄청 오르고 이런 것들은 또 좀 그 하드한 그런 컨텐츠다 보니까 적당선에서
Okay, so what they mean when they say encourage players to collect more IDs and stuff, people have a bias towards new IDs because they're stronger. They want people to have a reason to use older IDs. Can challenge by collecting identities and ego via ambient extractions, but make it longer than Refraction Railways.
네, 거울 굴절 철도 자체는 그 인격하고 에고의 누적 수집도가 영향을 주진 않으니까 인격하고 에고의 누적 수집도나 그런 것들이 영향을 줄 수 있는 초하드 콘텐츠를 내서 거울 굴절 철도보다는 또 수명이 길도록 어떤 방법이 있을까? 그리고 요거는 금방 아니겠지만 또 이게 받아들이는 플레이어 입장에서도
don't want content collecting all the IDs to get the big power boost.
어떻게 할 수 있을까에 대해서도 고민하고 있습니다. 그래서 예전에 컨셉 중에 하나였던 그 주사위를 굴리는 요런 이 정석적인 보드 있잖아요.
Dice board and roguelike idea from before.
그래가지고 요런 걸 이용해가지고 좀
I always thought the Mirror Dungeon was kind of a roguelike, but I guess they want to add like a new roguelike to it.
예전에 시즌 1에서 시도하려 했던 그 약간 그 인격 풀 자체가 제한된 상태에서 약한 인격들 써가면서 점차 강한 인격들로 업그레이드 해가면서 바꿔가면서 좀 진행하는 그런 컨텐츠라거나 아니면은 뭐 아예 그냥 2주나 3주마다 좀 업데이트 되는 좀 굵직한 하나의 보스 레이드라거나 이런 것들 해서 고민 중입니다. 고민 중이고 또 동시에 그 지금 인격은 오동기화 생각이
Gradual ego thread spinning tier 5 updates.
에고 같은 경우는
Interesting.
이전에도 말씀드렸지만 인플레이션에서 좀 많이
Interesting that they say ego here, not IDs.
그러니까 에고는 저마다의 그 활용처가 수명이 길게끔 생각하고 있다 보니까 에고의 오동기화로 그 약간 출시가 오래된 에고들의 성능을 AS로 개선해 주면서 이런 것도 와 연결되면서 뭔가 성장 재화를 더 쓰면서 게임을 되게 재밌게 할 수 있는 정정하겠습니다. 환상 해석. 네, 환상 해석. 이거 제가 잘못 알았어요. 인격은 동기화인데. 네.
So basically, they said uptie 5 for IDs is
에고의 환상에서 네 아무튼 네,
Oh, good morning, Era.
네 다들 아시죠? 네. 네
So yeah, they're saying Opti Fiber IDs is not
그런
planned at the
거로서
moment,
고민하고 있어요. 네.
which is
만약
interesting.
막 이상의 네 번째
I guess they never. I guess they're not intending to go beyond 4,
뭐 가중치
but they want
같은 것들을
Ego
더
to have.
효율적으로
They want Ego to
한
be
번에
more long
업데이트하기보다는
lasting,
좀,
so
시급한 애들이
they
먼저
are
천천히
considering a
한두
tier 5 for Egos.
이렇게 한두 개씩 계속 해가면서
Thread spinning. Sorry,
할것 같아요. 네.
it's a different term for Ego
아무튼
and identities.
인격은 아니에요. 인격 아니에요. 아이덴티티 오동기화는 노노. 아이덴티티 오동기화는 아까 말씀드렸던 그 인격 파워 인플레이션 설정적 파워 인플레이션에 기조하고도 맞지가 않아요. 네, 요 앞에 있는 이 모든 것들을 하는 것도 중요하지만은 그래도 저는 제일 우선순위는
I guess
main
like Opti
story가
5 for
먼저
identities
잘
either
나오고
comes later or they
재밌어야
just
된다고
never
생각을
intend to
하고
do it.
있다 보니까 메인 스토리
It's probably kind of a big deal.
좀 많은 게 투입되고 그러다 보면은 위에 말씀드렸던 것들이 좀 밀리거나 할 수가 있어서 이런 점은 좀 양해를 해주시면 감사드리겠습니다.
Prioritize main
이제
story
요런
content more.
맥락에서 또 이제 나오는 거가 메인 스토리 하면서 서브 컨텐츠나 서브 저기 이런 말한 것도 하는 게
I mean, I feel like they've been
팀이
pretty
좀 분열로
focused on it in
되는
general.
수 있는데
Unless this means they're
그러려면은
focusing less on like the side content
방향성,
and more on the story content.
회사의 규모, 직원 수에 대한 이야기가 안 나올 수가 없죠.
Oh, things that he mentions might get pushed back due to the main story. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that.
사람을 늘리지 않는 이유가
He's using the meme.
말씀을 드려도 이게 좀
That's one of my favorite meme images.
그때마다 그래도 왜 그런지 좀
He has voiced before that.
최대한 드리고 싶어요.
Yeah, he's mentioned this before that he feels like he's at his limit with the amount of people he can manage. Hence why they're not growing the team. Like, they're a team of like 50 odd people right now, like 50-ish people. That's like the maximum he can like do without losing all his sanity and losing all cohesion in the entire thing.
머니가 지금 많죠. 오카네가 이게 많아도 직원분들을 많이 고용을 해도 제가 이 직원분들이 많고 이게 이 직원분들이 이렇게 회사에서 일하시는 모습을 보면은 제가 너무 감당이 안 될 것
It's a lot of circle.
같아요. 그러면
I guess there's a people.
경영을 하는 사람과 이 직원을 또 관리하는 사람을 또 고용하면 되지 않냐? 이 중간 관리자를 고용하면 되지 않냐라고 할 수 있는데, 근데 또 이 중간 관리자가 경영을 하고 뭐 또 직원을 관리하는 분이 그런 전문가가 있을 수 있죠. 근데 그러면은
I get where his anxiety comes from. Like, there's obviously going to be pressure when your projects are getting bigger and bigger, and you're getting more and more players and more money. That there's going to be pressure like, you should expand your team, you should expand your team. But what he's saying here is that even though they have a lot of money, increasing the size of the team isn't necessarily going to make things faster. Which, you know, is reasonable. Because the more people we get, the more you have to delegate the work, but that also probably increases the amount of time stuff takes to get done. It might be easier for the team, but, like... This is like organic game development, because they're not trying to rush stuff out the door. No one is like telling them to rush stuff out the door. That's why their releases are all over the place. We've gotten so used to a society where games push content out on a regular basis. That's because they're forced to, and oftentimes the content is going to be broken on release. Because a lot of people push stuff out before it's ready to go out. For the sake of like keeping us entertained.
그 사옥이 지어졌을 때 뭐 100명까지 늘릴 수 있지 않을까라고 이야기를 했던 거가 2년 정도 뒤죠. 2년 정도 뒤면은 그래도 그쯤이면은
Oh, he is
이제
looking
저도
to
현장을
kind of evolve
멘탈적으로나
his
역량적으로나
capabilities to manage
성장을
more
하지
people.
않았을까라는
Okay.
기대를 가지고 했던 말이에요. 그래서 지금도
But he
물론
really
사람은
is at his
그렇기
limit
때문에
right now, which is fine.
이게 사람 마음이란 것과 사람의 이 성질이라는 것
There's no need to make compromises, and like even with the time they spend on stuff still comes out broken. But that is just game development. So
물을 좀 더 마시겠습니다. 아 오늘 말을 많이 하니까 네. 그 오후부터 쭉 말을 많이 하다 보니까 뇌에 산소가 안 가는지 현기증이 오네요. 네.
they need like a Limbus company building
아무튼
built for them. Call it the library.
제가 특히 그렇지만 이제 제가 회사에서 안에서만큼은 사람이 이제 적으니까 서로 누가 누군지 알고 어떤 걸 싫어하는지 잘 알려고 하고 사람이 적으면은 어쨌든 간에 좋든 싫든 그 초중고 다니면서 한 반에 이제 40-50명 있을 때 그래도 서로 같은 반에 1년 동안 같이 다니면서 미운정 고운정 들고 하잖아요. 그런 만큼 좀 서로 욕 안 하고 서로 뭘 하는지 알면 좋겠어요. 네. 제가 직원들에 대해서 아는 것도 그렇고 직원분들끼리도 서로에 대해서 다른 팀이어도 그런
So I have a feeling that might be the end
상태가
of
되는
like
것이 네.
since he's going into all the business stuff now.
지금은
I'm thinking it might be the end of the Project Moon, like the Limbus news specifically.
또 이런 또 아쉬움이 나오는 거가 또 이게 참 이게 제 예상과
Game got a lot
생각보다
bigger than we ever
지금 게임의
anticipated.
체급과 스케일이
Yeah, that's what happens when you make a gacha game.
과분한
basically.
상황을 받다 보니까 너무 커졌어요. 이게
A great gacha
좀
game though.
하나인 것
Limbus
같아요.
is one of the best gacha games.
아까 드렸다시피
Yeah,
이제
that-
MAU가 글로벌
Yeah, that trajectory is
치더라도
crazy when you look at it
고유
like that.
MAU가 92만 9천 명이
Almost a million like total users.
또 10만 명 갈 수도 있고 한데
I hope they do a
이
million
정도를
user celebration.
생각했던 건 아니었거든요. 좀 그 극한 직업 영화 아시는 것처럼 막 너무 이게 잘 되니까 또 이게 또
But yeah,
또 규모에
we actually didn't
맞춰서
get much this
사람을
stream in
고용하고
terms
있을
of
때
like
저는
previews.
제가 쓰는 이야기와
Like we got one identity preview. That's it.
그런 확고한
I guess technically two
컨텐츠라고
if you
생각을
count
해요. 근데 그렇다 보면 결국에는 이제
the
많은
Honglu
분들을
Confucius one, but
만족 못
yeah,
시키니까 이렇게 될 거란 말이에요. 이게
I
결국에
don't
이제
really
원하시는 이제
count that because one of those was
남은
obviously going to be
그런
here.
때가 없을 텐데, 근데 지금 요거나
But
요거
no like
맞춰가지고
preview
회사를
videos of like their
보이기에는
animations and stuff.
좀 약간의 자기 객관을 통해서 보면은 오래 못 간다.
Like they don't even have concept art to show us, which tells me that like you know
55만 뒤에
they really just don't have much to show at the moment.
그래서 제 마음은 계속 이제 감당할 수 있는
It's
템포
a little disappointing, but
가야겠다라고 생각을 하고 있어요. 그래서
understandable
이런
as
점이
well.
좀 다른 회사의 방향성과는 좀 다른 점을 이해하고 있어요. 매출하고 MAU, DAU를 지속적으로 유지하고 올리는 이 방향성보다는 창작 자체를 할 수 있는 방향성으로 가고 싶거든요. 그럴 수 있는 이유는 이제 제가 퍼블리셔도 없고 위에 이제 막 엄청 압박하는 뭐 투자자도 없고 제가 지분을 과반수를 가지고 있기 때문에
I think when content is very dividing, the graph will eventually go down. They're expecting their player numbers to drop. I don't see that happening. I think he's being overly critical about their work.
이 상승세를 쫓아가다서 요거에 맞춰서 하다 보면은 지금도 그렇지만은 다른 팀장
Like here's the thing, right? You might lose players in the interim, but if they're fine with losing players in the interim, that's fine. Like because the thing is, most people are going to be here for like the events and the main story. That's when your players are going to spike. The in between is more inconsequential if you're working towards like if you're working towards telling the story.
제가 생각하고 있는 이 골 이야기의 골 마무리가
then people are just gonna have to deal with the quiet in
멀고
between.
많다 보니까
Like, we love this
이게
story.
제 컨디션이
It's a
중요하고
story-driven game.
컨디션에 따라서
So people start
지금
complaining that
이렇게
there's
사람을
nothing to
애매히
do
막
between
붙는데,
those sectors. Like,
물
what can
들어올
we
때
do?
노조화 되지 않냐라는
Yes, it might be a little disappointing, but there's other things to
분들도
do in
계실
your
것
life.
같아요.
Like, come on.
회사가 작은 상태에서부터 지금까지 왔으니까
I think Limbus is nice in that it's this thing that you come back to every now and again, not just a constant thing that you do day in and day out. I'm sure some people wish it was like that, but I'm very comfortable with the fact that Limbus is like this thing that becomes super prevalent like every like few weeks or every few months in my life.
생각을 가지고 있습니다.
It gives me brain space to focus on other things that make me happy.
지금보다 많이 떨어지고 하더라도 그냥 하던 대로
Obviously, there's always a partition in my brain reserved for Project Moon stuff. I'm always like thinking about different things from it and like looking at like fan arts and stuff like that. But in terms of the game content, I mostly just log in for Mirror Dungeon each week, and then I don't even do dailies in it.
이렇게 팀을 관리하고 좀 팀원을 관리하는 거가
I have a stockpile of resources to the degree that I don't need to. I can focus on the dailies on my other games.
서로 이제 오해 없이 많이 대화하면서
I think that's fine.
이게 좀 가족까진 아니고 가족 같은 거 위험하고 그래도 좀 동료로서
I would rather them focus on the quality of their story content than trying to find multiple different ways to engage us between those big moments. That might take away from it. So I'm actually kind of happy with their focus on main story content. You could call me a shill for it, but honestly, like, we're all here for it. Like, if you come to an Italian restaurant, you're coming for Italian food, right? And if you're coming to a good Italian restaurant, like, you gotta understand that good food takes time to make. If you're one of those people that comes to like a high-end Italian restaurant and you're just like, my food isn't out here in like 5 minutes. What is going on? Like, I want to speak to the manager. My food's not here yet. And you've been waiting for like 10 minutes or something. Like, honestly, I usually expect to wait like 20 minutes to half an hour in those kind of places, because good food takes time to make. And you know, you're paying for the experience as well. You're not just paying for the food. So like, you sit down and you have a nice meal, and there's gonna be some lulls in that. There's gonna be some breaks between like when you get your good meal, but that's your time to like mingle and like do other things, like converse with your dinner partners, or maybe you like to read a book or something. It's a nice, it's a space that's cultivated for you to just like relax yourself. And then eventually you get your nice meal. And it's great. Good things come to those that way.
제가 의미랑 보람을 느껴야지 이 회사에서 일을 계속하고 이야기를 계속 써내려 갈 수 있을 것 같아요. 그렇다면 이제 의미랑 보람을 제가 언제 느끼는지를 한 번 더 생각을 해봤는데 일단은 첫 번째로
Cheesy peasy takes a minute and it's the food of kings.
그거가 만족스럽게 나와가지고
I mean, I guess it would be for a moth, but
그 이야기를 이제 플레이어분들, 팬분들 이 팬분들과 플레이어분들이 재밌게 즐겨주시고 그런 것들에 대해서 후기도 이제 해석도 막 이것저것 남겨주시면서 또
but if you come out and say cheesy peasy is the food of kings, I immediately have like a judgment of you. I already know the type of person you are.
팀원들의 말과 표정에 날 서 있지 않고
I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with like cheap food and like junk food and stuff. I love cheap and junk food. Like one of my go-to snacks is literally just like white bread and butter. It's like the most basic British thing. But like, if I was hungry and you offered me like, okay, you can have plain bread with You can have plain bread with margarine, or you could have this like steak. You can have this fancy steak dinner. I'll take the steak dinner.
회사 가기가 무섭지 않으면 좋겠어요. 지금도 사실 이따금
Convenience is part of it.
내가 무서울 때가 있어요. 아침에 일어나가지고.
But I don't want a steak dinner every day, you know.
자기 전에도 뭐그 이후로는 당연히 잘 만들어야.
I don't want to be afraid of going into work. God, such a mood.
대표인 자리에서 또 직원분들.
Especially with a job that is your life.
좀 어떻게 해야 직원분들.
A job that is your life, like.
쪽으로 또 왜곡 없이. 좀 불화가 없게끔.
To make a job your life and to make life your job, you have to have a passion for it. And I have no doubt that he has a passion for all of this business, like making these games and running this business and everything, and sharing this world with us. I understand the fear of growing to resent that life. You don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to come to hate the things that you love. That's always something to fear when you're doing something you love. Especially if you're like a critical thinker.
네, 텍스트가 많은데, 네. 사실 물 좀 또 마실게요. 네.
This is what I'm saying. If you leave the game because it's too slow, there's not enough updates, you will come back for the story update. Like, there's no doubt about it. You are gonna come back. Oh my god, my allergies are playing up on me. This, I need to take a tablet.
실망하시고 잠시 떠나실 수 있으실 것 같아요.
But yeah, like,
떠나시더라도
if
프로젝트문 게임이 그때 게임의 그 이야기나 뭐 스타일의 취향이 나쁘지 않았지 같은 느낌으로 다시 한번 해볼까 하고 이제 다시 돌아와서 플레이.
Exactly. They'll always be there waiting for you to come back.
이제 그때 그만 마음으로 그 전통 국밥집 같은.
It's funny actually. This is what you see earnest game devs saying. You don't have to play our game all the time. We'll be here for when you decide to come back. Palworld devs also said this at Pocket Pair. When people were talking about, oh, your player numbers have dropped off since release. Of course they have! Like, people play a game and then they get tired of it and they move on to play another game. That's normal. If you're playing the same game day in and day out for like several months, it's like, oh, I can never put this game down. I think you're the one with a problem. Take time to do other things. Variety is the spice of life. I think Yoshi P said it as well. Yeah, exactly. Like, just because you leave the game doesn't mean it's going to be dead. Like, you leave the game, you come back to it later. That's fine. Thank you. This is exactly it. Like, right now, I'm probably going to take... Like, I played a lot of Limbus Company during the release of, like, Canto 8 and stuff. Now I'm probably going to slow down a lot and focus on other things. That's fine. I'll do my weeklies and that's about it.
그다음에 이제 약간의 이런 좀 진지한 이야기에 살짝 벗어나가지고 한번 뭐 웃기면서 이제 또 당부를 드리고 싶은 말씀이 있어요. 네.
Oh my god, they actually clocked in on that. So, there was people... So this is the identity known as Cyclops. No, not the identity. This is the abnormality known as Cyclops in the game. And it's just like this stressed out, like, business Cyclops. And people are just like, oh, this abnormality is just Kim Tae-hoon. Like, this is just him. I like that he's embracing that. Please use any photographs of myself as you see fit.
이게 뭐냐면은 일단은 퇴사하신 분이 있을 수가 있어요. 그 사진의 당사자분들 중에서.
Oh, because he's a CEO, he's just like, yeah, use my visage all you want. What a champ. I feel like he's kind of taking one for the team there. He's just like, you can use my face as much as you like, just don't do it for the other employees.
뭐 이제 회사 차원에서든 아니면 이제 퇴사자분의 경우에는 개인 차원에서든 또 법적 조치를 취하실 수가 있거든요.
Suddenly it's acting up. My sinuses are all over the place.
이게 유쾌하게 서로 놀면 좋으니까 제 사진으로는 네 얼마든지 자유롭게 쓰셔도 돼요. 네, 얼마든지. 네, 저 요런
This is brilliant.
그리고 네 엔젤라. 네, 되게 막 요런 분들은 사진 안 나오게끔 네 해주세요. 네, 네 그렇습니다. 요거가
It's a good thing we don't really know who the other employees
무거우면서도
are.
그래도 또 유쾌하게.
I mean, we know some of them, but we don't know their
저는
faces.
네 괜찮아요. 네, 요거를 그리셨던.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want other employees in the pictures though. He's fine. Like,
뭐 이름 언급하지만
it's like use me,
사진이 언젠가
don't use them.
어쩌다가 나오게 되더라도 동환 씨는 그냥 실물로만 나중에 그냥 즐겨주시고. 네.
I love this man.
그렇네요. 네.
This man and his passion are
무슨
inspiring.
이야기를 하려고 했는데 잠시만요. 잠깐 제가 까먹어가지고. 아 맞아요. 네. 그리고 이제 뭐 가장 최근 방송이긴 한데 이제 예전에 제가 약간 좀 말랐을 때가 있고 점점 이제 이게 커졌잖아요. 근데 다시 살짝 좀 빠지고 있거든요. 그래가지고 최신화된 거 있으면은 최신화된 걸로 써주시면 좋겠어요. 네. 그냥 이거는 뭐 그러지 말아달라는 게 아니고 그러면 좋겠다. 네. 네 그리고 이제 이번에
Recruitment?
많은 분들이 봐주시는 김에 막간
What did he mean by this?
가 있겠습니다. 네. SD 파트와 전투 기획 파트에서의 채용이 있을 예정이에요. 정확히는 이제 SD 파트에서도 이제 8장이라는 큰
Ooh.
게 지나갔다 보니까 이제
I like how he said he wasn't expanding the team and he was like, anyway, we're looking for people.
각자의 그런 자아 실현과 또 무언가를 위해서 나가시는 분도 있을 수 있고 꿈을 가지고 나가시는 분도 있다 보니까 그 지금보다 엄청 드라마틱하게 늘리는 거 아니지만은 그래도 지금보다는 좀 더 늘어나는 방향으로 채용을 할 예정이에요. 그래서 약간의 장점 선택할 때의 장점과 단점을 좀 어필을 해보겠습니다. 일단은 프로젝트문은 비포괄 임금제예요. 비포괄 임금제고 그리고 이제 연차 같은 것도 알잘딱깔센 알아서 잘 딱 깔끔하고 센스 있게만 쓰면은 마이너스 연차가로 허용하거든요. 근데 막 진짜 막 8장 업데이트 급하고 이럴 때는 당연히 좀 그렇겠지만은 막 정말 재밌는 게임 나오거나 아니면 진짜 신경 쓰이는 콘서트 같은 게 있을 때 그럴 때는 막 일이 손에 안 잡히겠잖아요. 뭐 저도 막 재밌는 게임 나오면 그러는데 그럴 때는 이제
So,
조율해가지고 막 연차를 쓰고 싶다 하면
no blanket wage basically means that
해드리려고 하고 있고요.
that basically means their
대신에
pay
이제
is
특정 시기 업무
performance
공고들이
based
있습니다. 야근
or
네,
like
그런 게
other things.
네, 그래도 다행히 지금 팀원분들은 이제 야근을 하시는
This sounds like it's contract work.
추가 수단
So they're hiring
추가 수당,
contractors
휴일
to
근무
like
수당,
help with
그리고
certain things rather than
네,
actually be part of the team.
이제 땡겨서 일한 만큼 나중에 더 휴가도 드리고 있고 해요. 근데 진짜 특정
I could be
시기에
wrong,
업무
though.
강도가 높아서 네, 요 스타일에 맞으시는 분도 있고 아닌 분도 있다 보니까 알아주시면 좋을 것 같아요. 네, 그 탄력 근무제를 쓰고 있고 인센티브 지급의 빈도가 좀 높습니다.
Okay, Project Moon in general
이제
doesn't
제가
has a
그
no
관리를 하고
blanket wage
제가 사장이다
system.
보니까 네, 제 기분에 따라서 고생하신 것 같다, 또 성적 잘 나온 것 같다 하면은 이제 막 슈슈슈슈 막 쏩니다. 네. 그리고 이제 요것도 이제 그 최근에 도입을 해가고 있는 건데 이제 근속 연차당 1,000만 원씩 무이자로 주택 대출을 해드리는 것도 있어요. 그래서 여기 회사 오래 다니는
Oh, okay. They were saying some people might be leaving for personal projects from the team.
좀 더 회사가 넉넉해지거나 뭐 괜찮겠다 싶으면은 요 자체로
So
올라갈 수도 있겠죠.
they're looking for people to like
네,
fill out their
이런
ranks
소소한 뭐 그런 것들이 있다.
if those people leave.
근데 이제 단점은 이제
Must
저의
follow my
의도에 따라
directions.
이게
Yes,
이제
sir.
프로젝트 문이 어떻게 보면은 창의적인 게임을 만들고 자유로운 게임을 만든다고 생각하실 수 있는데 근데 결국에는 제가 만들고 싶은 것을 만드는 것이 기본입니다. 그래서 알아주셔야 됩니다. 프로젝트 문은 이 김지훈의 자아 실현을 위한 공간이라는 점. 네. 그래서 뭔가 너무 에고가 강한 분은 오히려 이제 만들고 싶은 걸 못 만들거나 이제 제가 컷 해가지고 오히려 안 맞을 수가 있다는 점. 그래서 제가 하고 싶어하는 거를 이제 그러니까 제가라는 거는 김지훈, 지훈. 이 김지훈이 하고 싶은 걸 만들어 가면서 작업자분도 그 과정에서 만족과 그 재미를 느끼셔야지.
See, this
그러려면
is
결국 취향 결이 맞아야 되거든요.
this is a job I would love to gun for,
이해랑
but
애정이 있어야지
the
결도
the bottom point here is the main issue. I don't speak
센
Korean, so
그
it's kind of
야근의
impossible.
파도에도 견딜 수 있는.
Obviously, there's tools that can help you like communicate, but like
네.
the difference between like communicating via
그리고 서로가 최대한
assistance
대화하면서
and
맞춰가는 분위기거든요.
communicating
진짜
earnestly
서로
to each
친구가
other,
꼭 존댓말은
especially in
너무
creative
즐겁고
endeavors like
존댓말을
this, is like night and
있고.
day difference.
그래서 소통하는 거
This
자체에
is
대해서
he's not outright saying it, but this is basically like
소통을 잘하시는
this is
건
basically
생각-
saying
못하시는
you
건
need to
괜찮아요.
be able to
소통을
speak
못하셔도
some
되는데
Korean.
소통을 잘하고자 하려는
You need to be able to
의지가
understand
있으신
it.
분. 네, 소통력을 늘리고 싶고 또 그 소통 자체가 솔직하게 이제 또 이 이야기를 먼저 걸고 하는 그런 에너지를 가지신 분이면은 좋겠다까지가 이제 이 프로젝트문의 특징이면서 어필할 점이면서 단점이라고 할 수 있겠네요. 네. 그 다음에
Because this is definitely not something. Okay, let's go.
잠시 저좀 말을 많이 해가지고 잠깐 화장실도 다녀오겠습니다.
I didn't expect that. I thought we were done with this stuff, but okay. We got the splash art for Tiger Maso or Liu Hong Maso. Oh man, oh man. Look at that sexy motherfucker. I don't know where he's gone. God, look at him. We starve the city with this one. I know a number of people are probably screaming over this. Oh, he went to the toilet. Okay. I like the translation that says, I need to go to the toilet. Goes to the toilet. He has been drinking a lot, so that makes sense. Make sure to stay hydrated, everyone. Yeah. If I could magically speak Korean, this is absolutely a job I would go for. Because I have the passion, and I have game design experience. I would absolutely go in as a combat designer. 100%. But the language barrier is what prevents me from doing it. And I'm really bad with languages. Like, I have been learning bits of Korean here and there. But it's so slow. I'm so bad at learning it. Like, I'm doing lessons every day and I just can't get a grasp of it. So I think I just have a learning difficulty with languages. That's probably gonna be, like, my main, like, problem. But you never know, like, maybe in the future when I grow... Maybe in the future, if I do grow fluent in it, then it's a potential job opportunity that I can reach out and do. That would be interesting. Also give me an excuse to move to Korea. But, yeah, that's a bit of a pipe dream right now. That's, like, way off, if even possible. It'd be cool, though. Maybe it'll be a goal. Life goals. But yeah. I think knowing that Canto 9 excuse me, comes out in December. It's pretty cool. I am going to be in Japan during that time, so I'm really hoping it's not towards the end of December, because I'm actually not going to be able to, like, stream it, like, at all. I'm hoping it's early December, but knowing them, they're probably going to try to push it as long as possible. Like, push for as much development time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it would be, like, right before the turn of the new year. In which case, you guys won't get a Canto 9 stream, as it comes out. Or you might do, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it throughout the month, but I might have to miss, like, the last part of it, which would suck. But, you know. I hope they do it at the start of the month. Hold on, let's have a look at the schedule for December. So if I wanted to squeeze them all in... I don't think I would be able to squeeze them all in, actually, because I plan to leave on, like, the 16th. So it's actually impossible for me to stream Canto 9 in December. That's a shame. It just means I'll have to, like, stream it all when I get back. And I'll have to, like, dodge spoilers in the meantime. Unless they delay it. It would be a happy accident if they do delay it. A little disappointing, but, like, it would give me a chance to properly stream it as it comes out. But I'm not hoping they delay it. That'd be selfish of me. Yeah, because as it is, like, I don't think, like, they could release it, like, the first part on the 4th of December, and then part 2 on 11th. I wouldn't be able to do the 18th, though. And obviously, I would want to stream the entire thing. But we'll see when we get to that. Because a whole lot of things can happen in 6 months. He's taking a while in the bathroom. Oh, there he is. Welcome back.
네, 돌아왔습니다. 네. 메르소의 새로운 인격이 이제 오늘 영상이 이제 딱 나올 타이밍이었죠. 그래서
So generous of him to leave this lovely splash of... Oh, we do get a preview. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna shut up for a bit. Didn't expect the Sinclair. Okay. We get the Soldato Sinclair as well. Nice.
함부로 입을 놀리면 실수라도 신뢰를 범하는 법.
포표탄 하나가 이 최고급 시가 세계의 가치와 맞먹는다. 전탄을 소모해서 참격을 가할 때 휴미더에 든 시가 모두를 날려버린다는 생각도 들지만 간혹 시가 한다스보다 가치로운 상대를 만날 때도 있으니 아끼는 것이 더 가치 있는 일이지. 사냥감인가 몸이 끓어오르는군.
Is that the 6 coin? Oh my god, it looks like the 6 coin ability. Oh! The hat comes off!
이 천퇴성도의 이름을 감추어야 한다는 날개 돋은 듯한 호랑이의 부여 소리를
That's crazy.
이 정도로 만족하지.
Yeah, that looks like the 6th coin. Three, 4, 5.
이번엔 그 귀중한 경우의 수에 들어맞았고 잘 놀다 간다. 회수하지 않은 당귀나 기다.
Bruh. That looks so good.
네,
Also, multiple ID previews.
멋있는 이제
Thank you for letting me bash that out.
메르소의 엄지 인격이었습니다. 아, 메르소는 보시다시피 이제 뇌행의 인격을 가지고 있죠. 그리고 많은 분들이 이제
Very
그
hype identity.
기대하시는 그 필살기가 6코는 아니고 이제 5코인으로 나올 예정인 점을 좀 미리 말씀을 드려야지
Oh,
좀 덜
I think he's got mic issues.
5코인이고 이제 그 적으로 나온 버전하고 똑같을 순 없겠지만은 그래도 호표탄과 맹호표탄을 쓰는 그런 탄환을
So Sinclair says, I will replenish your ammo.
그리고 이제
So, just like the thumb in Ruina, we might be getting a mechanic that allows them to replenish the ammo of others.
같이 쓰면은
Probably only thumb IDs, though. I'd be
궁합이
surprised if
좋은
it was
서포팅으로
universal.
그러면서 이제 딜도 잘 들어가고 이런 느낌으로
Oh, the special move that many are anticipating comes out as 5 coins instead of 6.
그래서
Okay,
방송
well,
끝나고
you know.
나서 유튜브로도
Neat. We'll see that PV after the stream.
노이즈가 튄다고요?
Sinclair work well with Maso. That makes
네,
sense.
거의 끝났습니다. 거의 끝났습니다. 다행히 마이크 이슈가 생겨도
And hopefully we get future thumb IDs that'll work with them.
선물도 여기까지 봐주신 분들에게
It's still crazy that we're getting like a capo ID already.
이제
Free lunacy, baby!
1300광기 요 루나 씨를
I'm surprised it took that long to take that off.
네, 그래서 이제 플레이어분들 많이 이제 림버스 컴퍼니와 프로젝트 문을 사랑해주시는 플레이어분들에게 다시 한번 감사드린다는 말씀을 드리고, 그러면서도 이제 뭔가 기대해주시는 만큼의 막 속도나 이런 것들을 좀 내지 못하는 저의 모습에 대해서는 죄송하다고 또 말씀을 드려야 될 것 같아요. 그래도 속도가 느리고
Nice free 10 roll.
일반적인 다른 회사보다 좀 답답한
Also, the mic noise, I'm going to count as technical difficulties.
같은
I'm grasping it. I'm not getting a bingo, so...
제 느낌으로 계속 이야기를 만들어 놓으면서 계속 이 자리에 있겠습니다. 네.
I just realized we haven't had an actual like roadmap like image yet. Wait, that's it? We didn't even get a roadmap. We didn't get a roadmap image. Bruh. That's it? Oh my god, that was it. Okay. he just like, alright, I'm out. See ya. Cool, okay, so let's review. Yeah, so lots of cool things here. Just having a look. So obviously we have the new mirror dungeon on the way that's going back to Starlight instead of the rest bonus. All this stuff. Which is fine. And then... yeah, still mirror dungeon stuff. They talked about the HamHamPangPang collab. We got the time killing time rerun, which is gonna have a new identity and an ego. And then we had the Hierarch Cess Maker. The Princess Maker event for Zichun is going to be the Intervalo, and potentially the only Intervalo we're getting. Yeah, well, in addition to the Arknights thing. So we're getting the Arknights collab, which is going to be Intervalo 2. Then we're getting the Warp. The Warp Express rerun, which potentially has 2 IDs and an ego. This seems to be up in the air, but we're 100% probably going to get a Cassetti ID, which may or may not be Sinclair, which would make the most sense. The Mili concert, yep. 9th anniversary. We're getting the rerun of Refraction Railway Line 1, Madness, which is going to become a permanent edition. Thank you very much. And I'm not looking forward to Mobius becoming permanent, but hopefully they improve it, since it was before. UI improvements, the Lunacy Continue system, the gimmick indicators in the UI. So you have a better idea of how to, like, fight against enemy gimmicks, or how to identify them. Actually referencing the skin system, it's still in development. It's taking time, a lot more time than they thought, which makes sense. And then all the research stuff of just like, they want to make a new mode that's not Mirror Dungeon or Excavation that players can just do. And then he talks about a bunch of company stuff, and then obviously, company stuff, recruitment, and then obviously we have the preview for Marceau and Sinclair of the Thumb. Have they uploaded it already or not? Yes, they did. Let's have a look at this. We're gonna get a closer look at this.
명령은 경청하고 있어요. 그저 감히 상급자와 눈이 맞지 않도록 시선을 아래로 둘 뿐. 밤에는 다른 조직에 대해 공부하곤 해요. 새로운 회사나 단체에 대해 연구하고 그들의 계급을 대략적이나마
So
측정하는
it definitely seems to be like
그래야만
that might be Slash.
일을 다하지 못하는 일을 줄일 수 있습니다.
Slash and Pierce probably.
탄원 공급해드리겠습니다. 함부로 입을 놀리면 실수.
That's cool artwork. Very cool.
라도 신뢰를 범하는 법.
포표탄 하나가
That image. Hold on, like this image of him just goes hot. Marceau is getting like the killer like IDs. Like first he got the bamboo hatted Kim ID, which was crazy. Now he's getting the Lei Hang ID. It's like, oh my god. Is Marceau kind of a big deal?
전탄을 소모해서 참격을 가할 땐 슈미더에 든 씨가 모두를 날려버린다는 생각도 들지만 간혹 씨가 한다스보다 가치로운 상대를 만날 때도 있으니 아끼는 것이 더 가치 있는 일이지.
I think it's interesting that the difference between him and Lei Hang is that he wears a hat. Lei Hang never wore a hat as far as I know. Okay, so he's got a counter. The sheer amount of abilities they're showcasing with this as well.
이 천퇴 성도의 이름을 감추어야 한다는 점은 다소 아쉽지만 날개 돋은 듯한 호랑이의 고요 소리를 내비칠 수 있으니 이 정도로 만족하지.
Star of the City ID, baby! Like, lore-wise, this is definitely the most powerful ID we've had so far.
나를 들뜨게 만드는 일은 많지 않지만 이번엔 그 귀중한 경우의 수에 들어맞았군. 잘 놀다 간다. 회수하지 않.
It's a great artwork. I'm very excited for this idea. I think Marso fans have waited long enough and they're eating real good. I told you, good things come to those who wait. It's lovely. Still though, actually, yeah, that was a thing. The Walpurgisnacht stuff. Where is it?
Thank you very much. 이번에
It's not here. It's
Let's
after this, I think.
조심히
Mirror Dungeon's coming first before Walpurgis. I remember that much.
It's main.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I predicted that the info team would be the focus. They're not. They're just being skipped over, I guess. We don't get an information team. Unless this is the information team. But I'd be very surprised because Hatred and Despair, referring obviously to Knight of Despair and Queen of Hatred. These are abnormalities associated with Tipperet's layer, aka the Central Command.
이번에는 전부 다 알려드리기보다는
So I find it very surprising if we're still in the information department now. People are actually right, we are going to the central layer, it seems like. I'm a little disappointed because we kind of did gloss over the information team, but maybe there is a reason for that with this scenario, so to speak, this Walpurgisnacht scenario. Because when you think about it, like, yes, we went to the information department in the last Lobotomy Corporation event, but nothing happened in it. We more focused on the training and safety departments, and when you look at the IDs we've gotten from L Corp, we have captains for those three departments. We have safety captain, we have training captain, and we have control captain. We have no information captain. We have no one from the information team. We just don't have them at all. Like, apparently we just don't have them, unless this is going to be, information team. That's not an information team armlet. That is, that looks like central team. Let me check. Yeah, that looks like the central team armband. So I think... yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed. But... love and hate Don Don. Oh boy. Don't think the internet's ready for that. I'm ready for it. 2 identities and 1 ego. So yeah, Knight of Despair is going to be one of them, and then Love and Hate is going to be this one. Okay, so... yeah. Oh, sorry. It's called... it's the ego for Knight of Despair is called the Sword Sharpened with Tears. Which is... the magical girl ones have always been like a mouthful, so... but yes. Yeah, I guess I'll wrap things up there. We've been at it for like a good, like, almost couple of hours now. That was a fun roadmap stream. Understandably, there's a lot of stuff that they couldn't reveal. Because they just haven't done it yet. It's not ready for it to go out. And it makes sense with the amount of workload that they had. Do kind of wish we could have seen a little more. Like, including like an actual like roadmap image. But it is what it is. Unless they put one on their Twitter. It's possible they just didn't have one ready, though. What am I looking for? Nah, they haven't posted anything like that. Maybe it will come later. Who knows? But, I'm just going to take this off because it technically counts. We didn't get bingo. Yeah, sadly no bingo. Yeah, there's a lot of these were like... I wouldn't call them stretches, but like I felt pretty strongly about the info team, actually. I felt very strongly about that. But ultimately it came to nothing. No R-Corp event, that was probably the biggest stretch. I only figured we might get an R-Corp event because it's very eastwards. But the fact that we might not get another Intervalo aside from Princess Maker one is alarming. We technically didn't get new Arknights info, it was just info we already knew. So that doesn't count. There's no new collab, and obviously, with no information team, Sing Machine Ego and All-Round Helper Ego, these are technically possible, but like... Let me max out this thing. The egos are still possible, but they didn't reveal any of it in the stream, so it doesn't count. But I would be very surprised if it was one of those. They are breaking the trend that they had before, of this, like... The trend that they had before was each Lobomi Corporation event, well, each Walpurgisnacht that had Lobomi Corporation content, they had stuff, like, linked to Yesed's Floor in Ruina. So we had Regret in the first one, and then in the second one, we had Magic Bullet, and then in the third one, we had Lament. So I was thinking it could be Singing Machine All-Around Helper this time. It could still be an ego for one of those. You never know. It could be Singing Machine or something, but I highly doubt it at this point. I wouldn't even be surprised if the ego was like King of Greed or something. Like Greed. Another project idea? Not really. He had ideas for like various things, but not an entirely new project. More Hey Shao Pack IDs, nothing mentioned about that. Association East IDs, absolutely zero mention. Index mentioned, nope. Finger focused event, nope. No finger stuff like at all, which is a shame. But, you know, what can you do? We got more than I expected, though. If I had distributed these differently, we might have gotten a bingo. We were so... Actually... If he played Mirror Dungeon, we would have got a bingo. But I guess he wasn't feeling up to playing anything today. God damn it! I was hoping for a Mirror Dungeon. I could have got a bingo from that. Damn it, Kim Chiun. Next time. We'll get you next time. I'm just checking if he hasn't gone live again. No, okay. That's fine. You win some, you lose some. But that's gonna be all for me today. I'm probably gonna like go do some stuff and then nap probably because this was an early wake up for me. But thank you to anyone who's dropped by for this. Oh, you can see that somehow. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, thank you for everyone that dropped by. It's lovely having you. And thank you to whoever's watching this in the future, watching this as a VOD. I don't know why you're watching my reaction to it, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But, when am I going to stream again? Who knows? Click on that bell if you want to be notified when I stream again, but until then, consider joining my Discord. But that's all. That's going to be all. No ending or anything, I'm just going to cut it off, so... Bye-bye, everyone. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time.